Ladies, gentlemen, Marvel people, and aliens, I don't know, who may be watching this video. You never know, an alien may be watching this video, but really, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer is here. It says, witness the beginning of a new dynasty. So I thought I'd give my reaction, my first thoughts, impressions. I just wanted to watch this. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm looking forward to watching it alongside you. And you know, what I'm looking forward to with this, I think with everyone is to see what is up with Kang. I've heard that we get a good look at MODOK in the trailer as well, which is gonna be funny. I don't really have much else to say going in other than let's frickin' do this.
You're an interesting man, Scott Lang. You're an Avenger. You have a daughter.
Yeah.
But you've lost a lot of time, like me. We can help each other with that.
I like the tone of it already.
Who are you?
There he is.
Man who can give you the one thing you want?
It's a devil's bargain.
What's
Don't take
that?
it.
Time.
It can rewrite existence and shatter timelines. You cannot trust him.
I don't care who this guy is.
Ah, there he is,
This knows
MODOK.
so much. He can give us a second chance.
So he wants his missing time back. Okay. I guess he feels like there's a few things to fix in the years that he was away.
Make this easy for you. You will bring me what I need,
Okay. There.
or everything you call a life will end.
What does Kang the Conqueror need?
This is all my fault.
What?
You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
There it is. I like the editing of this is sick. There.
You thought you could win.
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose. I'm sorry, Cassie.
That was a cool ending. Okay, so what I have to say right away is I feel like Kang's presence is something maybe we're a bit optimistically apprehensive, cautiously optimistic, I don't know about. I mean, I know we saw an iteration of Kang in Loki, but now this is kind of something else, obviously, and I feel like there is a presence there. I like the kind of devil's bargain that's initially being presented to Scott, and, you know, as the character learns more about that character, who's going to be a big threat. Even though the audience already knows, we're going to just kind of watch this unfold. You know, Kang is seeking something. The trailer is, I don't necessarily think it's one of those trailers where it's like, oh, it's giving everything away about the movie, even though it starts off with like, hey, yeah, I can give you what you need, time. And he seems really like content, happy. I'll help you out, Ant-Man. And then at the end it's like, yeah, I'm gonna screw you up, man. I'm gonna make you toast. I'm gonna make you toast, but you're gonna be toast. I think most importantly that the trailer did have good editing to it. It kind of made it feel like a movie I definitely want to go see. The way the score was used, the way it kind of elevated up the looming threat of Kang again, even though he came in as like offering this devil's bargain, and it's then the momentum increased, and then you even see hand-to-hand combat by the end, which is, you know, something that I feel like is, I don't know if I want to say like sorely missed in the MCU, because obviously there's a lot of action, there's a lot of entertainment when it comes to things like that, but when it comes to like the bare bones knuckle stuff between someone like Ant-Man and then Kang in that scene, it just felt like there was a little bit more gravity to it, if you know what I mean. What I also find fascinating as well is, you know, at the beginning you see Scott Lang in this mode where he's kind of soaking in the fame post Thanos, I guess you could say. And I think it's fairly obvious that it's not necessarily authentic to really who he is. He seems to be rolling with it though. But as the trailer unfolds, and especially by the end of it, he seems to be tempted by this offer from Kang. And as we know, he lost several years during the events of Infinity War and Endgame. He came back. That was a significant aspect to the time travel that was ultimately crucial for the defeat of Thanos, and I'm sure you all know what I'm referring to there. But the thing is, what's being reflected on here is Kang is offering him more time, maybe with his daughter, because obviously once upon a time, things were looking very different for Scott, his family. He comes back, his daughter's older, so you wouldn't go as far as saying they're estranged, but in this movie, there's going to obviously probably be that pairing where, clearly, as you see in scenes in this, they care about each other, but I think for him, he wants to kind of get into what he lost, and if he's being offered, and this is the intriguing thing, is Kang literally offering, and as it's being narrated in the trailer, he can rewrite timelines and stuff like that, so a reality where Thanos didn't win, so he could be put in there, and I suppose he can live the years that he missed, but what would happen to the Scott that was in that reality? It's a bit, this is where the timey-wimey stuff gets confusing. Unless you want to say that that version of Scott died during that war, but also I guess you could argue that he could be offered to go back even further during his time in prison. I mean, to be honest, he's missed quite a lot of his daughter's life, which is why this offer is so tempting. It looks like his daughter's life is in danger as well, which is where Kang will be very much so strong-arming and blackmailing Scott to do what needs to be done. And that's what really intrigues me. Why does Kang the Conqueror of all people need Scott to do something that obviously he needs to be done? Maybe it'll elevate him up into such a position of power, which is fairly obvious that will bring on the subsequent movies we have ahead. We know this involves Scott navigating the quantum realm, and you have to wonder why Kang won't do that himself. Is it because he fears, possibly, as with what we know with Kang, is it because he fears maybe meeting these alternate, or should I rather use the word variant versions of himself that I guess is a bit too risky for him, so we rather use the puppet of Scott, who has this ability to use the quantum realm, unlike that of your, I don't know, typical other MCU hero. But then again, you see so many different versions of Ant-Man in the quantum realm, but I suppose that could be going down the quantum mechanics of the fact that there's so many different versions of him, and you see him initially split in two. That could be the variables rather than the constants of the situation. So then it kind of keeps dividing and dividing depending upon the different variables, or should I rather say decisions, that each Scott Lang makes. So one splits into two because that one makes one decision, the other one makes another decision, and then you see all of these Ant-Man, or Ant-Men if you will, reacting differently in certain scenes in this trailer because they technically are making different decisions. This is where it gets, really, really weird. And I don't know if I'm on the right ball there, but it surely with all the quantum-y, mechanic-y, wanicky kind of stuff, it could be something along that line of thinking. I think another thing I'm just really happy with, even though this is the whole point of a casting director choosing Jonathan Majors for Kang, is that he does have this presence. I love the way he looks. I love how he has almost this futuristic technology that lights his face up, the bluish kind of tint that it has, the eyes. He does have that presence, as I was saying, this kind of, he has the ability to be commanding when his demeanor is almost this, as we see towards the beginning, this more friendly approach, this person who is open to discussion. But then when he gets angry, it's like, oh, okay, I can actually see how you can easily be a threat to be reckoned with, even up until the point of the Avengers movies in the future. I mean, obviously, Kang is in the quantum realm. He's somehow got to enlist Ant-Man to try and bust him out, but I kind of feel like it isn't clear how he ended up there in the first place. Like, what truly, I mean, maybe one of you guys actually have a theory, or maybe something I'm missing that led Kang to stay in the quantum realm, to have this ambition to obviously get out and fulfill Supreme Kang dynasty style, you know, ruling everything. Maybe that's how the film will end, even though the end of the trailer says, I just need both of us to lose, which was a badass line from Scott. Maybe trying to just keep them both there, thus sacrificing himself again, I suppose. You'd have to think that Kang will be somehow left the means to escape the quantum realm, but the thing is, he would have been there for quite some time, given all of these resources and everything that he's already gathered as seen in the trailer, including other characters like MODOK, which is something that fans have been looking forward to seeing. I know we've had, I don't know if you want to call them leaks, but we've seen this character's design in pop vinyls, and they actually very much so went with the comic book accurate, you know, fat floating head look. And that is, of course, because Darren Cross, you know, got completely condensed when he was exiled and sent to the quantum realm, I suppose. And when he just appeared, can you imagine after all of that, he just appears and pops up as a big floating head? He'd be like, oh god, at least I survived, but look at me now. And then one has to assume that Kang was on a little day walk in the quantum realm and saw Darren Cross pop up as a big fat head and was like, what happened to you? Hey, do you want to join me? And then I suppose he's been advising him ever since. Maybe even Darren Cross informed Kang in the quantum realm of Ant-Man and how Ant-Man could actually maybe help him get out and do what he wants to do in the future, which he hasn't been able to do in the present and in the past because he's kind of, I guess, been stuck down there. Maybe Kang was doing his usual thing and conquering other realities or the past or whatever, because I suppose within the quantum realm, I suppose it's all relative to what you can do, past, present, and future with time. But he could have just got stuck down there because of his means of travel whilst he was in the quantum realm could have just meant that he was stuck there if it went awry somehow. And maybe Ant-Man himself is the only person he can reach out to, fairly obviously, which is why he's asking for his help to be able to get the thing he needs to maybe boot up his means of travel, whether that's a ship or whatever he uses to traverse time and space and reality. So overall, guys, I actually really like the look of this. I'm not going to get overhyped, but I'm a lot more excited than what I thought I would be. And so I'm just looking forward to see what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know your theories. I think this movie more than ever is very prime for theory, so looking forward to see what you guys are going to be cooking up. If you also enjoyed this video, would really appreciate hitting that like button. YouTube is going very weird at the minute. You may have heard about it from other creators. Views and everything are just all getting squabbled, and yeah, a like would go a long way, and maybe a subscribe as well if you're enjoying the content here. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see all of you people from the quantum realm in the next video. Goodbye.